pushing going on, but there was an official right on top of the play. I think actually that ball may have been a little underthrown.
Yeah.
I thought Hoy had a little step on it.
Yeah, I thought he did too. Luckily for Tyler Moore, it was a little bit underthrown. There was a little contact, but no flag. Throwing it on first down, trying to catch Hurricane off guard. They're having 8 in the box. Adam Hadrian playing the strong safety up closer to a linebacker position. Great play call, just didn't execute.
So second down now and 10 yards to go. Pirates have it on their own 47-yard line. They go to a straight I formation, double wide to the near side. Deep back gets it, blasting his way up close to and maybe has the first down. Pretty good job of running there by, I think that's Hayden Red. Was that right?
Yeah, Hayden Red, I think maybe his first carry of the game, right up the middle for a first down.
Running back, sophomore, young man, 5 feet 10 inches tall, and he does get the first down. He crosses over into Tiger territory down to the 43-yard line. So it's 1st and 10 Pirates, 4 minutes remaining, quarter number 1. Handoff in the backcourt. Red again with the carry. This time not quite as successful as they get yard and a half. I'll give him 2.
Nice play there by Palmer Mesa at the second level, playing middle linebacker tonight for Hurricane. They're having to swap out their defensive lineman, which is understandable with the heat.
Yeah.
So Tyler Wood, one of their main guys, is out right now. Luckily, Shane Farnsworth filling in for him, but he's going both ways. That's a tough duty tonight for Farnsworth.
Yeah, game time temperature was right around 100 degrees, even here in Hurricane. So very hot. A lot of folks just a couple blocks away. It's the Peach Day celebration. Back to the air they go, wide open. The catch made, and it is going to be enough for a first down. Just, I think, nice little hook there. Went down, turned, the ball was there. Derek Reese, the man you mentioned, he's big, 6'4", great target.
Yeah, just went, I don't know, a 7 to 8 yard hitch, got a first down. He's got the size advantage on George Sanchez by at least half a foot. Let's see if they'll go back to that later on in the red zone.
Well, we said it over and over. Anybody that follows football knows you got to take what they give you. And right now, apparently the Pirates think like the Tigers are giving them a little bit of a soft play on defense. Out of the gun. Again, right over the middle. Incomplete. Ooh, can you throw that to me again, said Josh Cox.
Right on his numbers, Mike. And sometimes playing a receiver, a team that runs it 80% of the time, you're surprised anytime you're seeing the ball coming at you. And he looked a little surprised on that route.
He did. Big kid, 6'4", 200 pounds. They list him as a tight end. Both he and Derek Reese. They're not speedy, but they're big enough they can get down to 5-10 yards and give you a great target. Second down and 10 yards to go on the incompleted pass. Offset I formation. Fake the pitch back, handoff up the middle with the carry that time. Again, it's Logan Jackson.
Great gap control there by Jaden Olekin for Hurricane. And interesting, they go back to the run there on 2nd and 10. I think they've thrown it 4 times. All 4 times has been pretty open. We'll see if they go back to it here on 3rd and 8 or so.
2:23 to go now. Here in the first quarter, it's 8-0 Tigers with the lead. Trying to get down there in the Red Rock Real Estate red zone. Not there yet. Back rolling right, stops, looks, swing pass. It is complete to the outside. That's Braden St. John. Catch and then picks up another 3 or 4 yards, but they're going to be short of the first down by about a yard.
Good closing speed there by but was able to tackle him. It looks like a yard or so short of the first down. Brings up 4th and short for Moapa Valley.
You got to figure that Moapa Valley will go for it at this point. Not much. I have no idea what their kicking game is, but I got to think they're saying, nah, we're close enough, and hey, come out, here we go. So let's see what they come up with. They will send double wide to the near side. Everyone else in tight. And they go with a handoff. First down easily as they go off left tackle. And starting wide was Braden St. John. Then looks like he saw the opening, went back to the inside, and got a big gain.
Yeah, I like the formation. I like the call, kind of an offset eye. Give St. John a lead blocker there with the fullback. took on the middle linebacker, and he had space to go for the first down.
So they do get into the Red Rock Real Estate red zone. You could score a beautiful home here in southern Utah. Handoff, dive up the middle, down inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. On the carry was Braden St. John. And Pirates are making this count. Now we have a sideline warning against the Hurricane Tigers. That's the warning. If it happens again, it's a penalty.
Reminiscent for some reason last year, Mike. First game, they throw that Hail Mary. They have that sideline flag at the very end of the game. Heartbreaking. End up missing the PAT. I hate that rule. Just let them celebrate.
I'm with you on that one. Celebrations have got to be allowed to be a part of the game, you know that. Here we go, second and about 7 yards to go. St. John in, kicks to the outside, dives forward, picks up the first down inside the 10-yard line.
I think the good news for Coach Pearson is Hurricane defense is they are getting into the backfield. That time it was Farnsworth who had a slight shot of getting St. John before he got going, just couldn't make the tackle. And Braden St. John really getting going in this drive, both catching the ball and rushing it for the Pirates.
So it'll be first and goal as the Moapa Valley Pirates trying to draw even. 40 seconds left in the quarter. St. John lines up. Now they bring him back to the pro set on the near side with a slot receiver. And whoa, everybody that had a flag through at that time. Obviously there was some movement. And there it is, procedure against the Pirates. That'll cost them 6. Not really a good time. That takes you back across the 10 to the 12-yard line.
Yeah, with the condensed field, I mean, the pass has worked for them throughout this series, but I don't know if they want to go for it right now because Hurricane can remain with their press coverage, 8 in the box, and be okay in the red zone.
So it's first and goal to go. The ball actually out of the 12 after the 5-yard walk-off. And the Pirates have it. They will split a receiver very wide to the near side. That's Derek Reese, and they go to him. He's the big guy. He's got it for the touchdown.
And that's about as easy as it gets on the fade route to Derek Reese, who just has a huge size advantage, as we talked about before. Easy pitch and catch for a touchdown for Moapa Valley. Love the play call. First down, they got pushed back, decided to throw, worked like a charm for the first score.
It worked really good, and I got to say that's probably a good 4 or 5 inch differential between the wide out and the D-back.
And it wasn't like Sanchez was in bad position. He's just a lot smaller. I'm sure Hurricane will make the adjustment, maybe roll a safety over there in the future.
Well, it looks like the Pirates are going to try to settle for one, get to within a point here with just seconds remaining in the first quarter. And a little chip shot up, and it does make its way through. Looked a little wobbly. We're going to keep it here. We only have 6-7 seconds remaining till the end of the first quarter. So, all things said and done on that, that was a huge job by Moapa Valley as they watched Hurricane drive it on the opening drive, chew a lot of clock, get the points, but then they turn around and did exactly the same thing, and they just about split that quarter in half. Each got one drive, each got one touchdown.
Yeah, 6 seconds left, and Moapa proved they can run it, they can throw it. They gotta be feeling pretty good after one drive.
So with just under 7 seconds to go here in the quarter, again it's a 8-7 ball game. I go back and I wonder, why did Hurricane go for 2? They felt confident. Right now it's the difference in the ball game. We'll see what happens here. So with just seconds remaining, Moapa will kick the ball off again. I don't know. We'll see what the Tigers can do with just seconds remaining. George Sanchez is back there, I think, deep to receive, standing at about his own 5-yard line. Getting ready to kick off again, Leo Rios, 6-foot kicker. And it is taken right at the 1-yard line by Sanchez. Up, sees a hole, cuts back, jukes back and forth, and he's going to use all the time. Still breaks loose. Now to the 30, up to the 34-yard line, and that's where they will start the second quarter. It'll be 1st and 10 Tigers at that point. We'll take the break at the end of one on the one-loss scoreboard. Tigers have it 8-7. Back in a minute.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made this vacation happen.
Double points with every purchase?
Cleverly merging promotions.
Love it.
Cross-referencing travel sites. And booking all your flights with those...
Vouchers. I got us bumped.
They were like, oh. But now they're like... Aloha. You aced this vacation. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
After 15 years of smoking, Eva Marie quit. There's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking. Now start screening. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
All right, welcome back. Hurricane High School here at Tiger Stadium. It is a one-point game, 8-7. Tigers with the lead. I'm not sure I've ever done a game where each team had one series and they both scored and they split the time completely. Tigers have it on their own 32-yard line, 1st and 10. And the handoff goes into the line with the carry, just a couple of yards there for Tyler Moore, and it's good for actually only a yard. 2nd down, 9 to go.
Yeah, I mean, any time a 1st and 10 goes for a 1 yard, that's considered a failure with a team that runs it every single time. They need at least 3-4 yards a carry. Good job on Moapa bringing the intensity there on 1st down.
Brock Staley is the quarterback now as they brought him in. Adam Hayron ran the whole first quarter. Now Staley is in, and he gives a handoff up the middle. That's not much there. They may have got another yard. They may not. It's 3rd, and that's about it. 3rd and still 9. Well, we'll give him a yard. 3rd and 8.
It looks like Hayron's coming back in, which is curious because I think Starley's kind of the guy they trust to throw it a little bit more. He had the majority of their passes last game, but maybe that was because he was in later in the game and it was out of hand. But it looks like Hayron's coming back in for 3rd down.
Yeah, you would think this would be a passing down. We're about to find out here, and we're not going to know for a minute. Now we have a penalty. The first indication was offsides. I thought that's what the official said. He was standing right in front of the Hurricane bench. And actually, it is offsides. It's offsides against the Pirates. I think when I saw him turn and say something, now I get the feeling that the Hurricane bench was making the call.
Yeah, I think Coach Pearson may have been in the ref's ear a little bit. Moapa struggling with a few neutral zone infractions here early in this game.
So it's 3rd down now, 3.5, 4 yards to go for a 1st down. They restart the clock. We're just underway as the handoff, and nothing much, maybe a yard. Looked like it was going to go somewhere at that time as Tyler Moore got it, started inside. Looked like he found a shoot to the outside, but then wham, he was knocked off his feet.
Yeah, that's Kobe Longman with maybe the hit of the game so far from that middle linebacker position. Reading it perfectly, coming up, filling the hole, and a big hit.
Yeah, that's a Gallion, Welker, and Beckstrom big hit of the game. They're going for it. I'm a little surprised. 4th and 3.5 yards, and maybe that's why, because I believe, well, I'm going to wait for the call. It does. It go against the Pirates, and it was a good hard count. Drew him offside.
And that's just discipline and practice, getting up to the line quick, not allowing the coach from Moapa Valley to warn his team that they're obviously going to go for a hard count here on 4th and short, and they get it easy. Offsides on Moapa Valley.
So they move the ball across the 45 out to the Tiger 47-yard line. 8-7 ball game. The sweep to the near side. Last man around on the outside was Moore. Tyler Moore couldn't find much. He does pick up a yard. Boy, I tell you, this is maybe 2, but this is a whole difference than that first series was.
Absolutely. This Pirate defense has really buckled down. Those sweeps to the near side that were working in the first series were pushed out of bounds for really no gain here in the second series.
I don't think have we seen a pass at all by the Tigers
No,
yet?
not yet. Not yet.
Well, we'll see what happens here. It's 2nd and long, and the Tigers still on their half of the field at their own 48-yard line. 10 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Handoff is up the middle, and it's good for about 3-4 yards, but well shy of the first down is Jaron Cordova. They bottled him up pretty good so far.
They have. His first run of the game was for about 10 yards. That one was a decent gain, but so far none of his kind of signature 50-yard breakthroughs after he gets past that first level. The linebackers are there waiting for him with support from the safeties.
Well, from what we've seen so far, we are in 4-down territory.
Yes.
The whole field is
That's
about
right.
4-down territory. There's the snap, there's the handoff, the turn up field, and it's going to be short, I believe, by about a yard of that first down marker. Again, a look for a moment that maybe Trayson Abbott would make it, but he was knocked off his feet a yard shy, so now it's 4th and almost 2 yards to go.
Trayson Abbott running hard. He's kind of the scat back, I guess you could say, of this Hurricane offense.
Yep.
But they're just running power with him, and he's running strong, running through arm tackles, getting him close to the first down.
Game tonight being brought to you in part by Southwest Diesel. For 40 years, Doug and Darren have been there when you need a fix. And a handoff up the middle, and it's going to be short from where the two officials marked that ball. And so the Pirates take over. They went right up the middle, Andy, and they only got like half a yard.
Hard to blame them. I mean, that's worked on short yardage situations. The 2-point conversion worked. Give it to the line quick. Give it to Cordova, and they at least get 2-3 yards every time. This time, Moapa Valley was ready for him. Turnover on downs.
So Moapa Valley only let them use, about 6-7 minutes of the quarter on this one. And 8:40 to go in the second quarter as the Pirates take over. They trail by a point, 8-7. 2-point conversion versus the point after. On the fly, they faked. They look back, and right up the middle goes Logan Jackson. Jackson good for about 4 yards, almost 5. And we'll call it second down and about 4.5 yards to go. Ball gets to the 48 or 49.
And Hurricane safeties Adam Hayron and Colby Heaton have got to kind of be a little bit first step back, because the Pirates have proven that they can throw it a little bit. First down goes for a decent gain up the middle. We'll see if Moapa sticks with the run or if they go back to the shotgun.
Thanks for joining us. Again, our stats tonight brought to you in part by Wilkinson's. Go see the experts, Light fans, and special prizes can be picked up. A little crossing pattern coming in from the outside. Derek Reese, he's a big guy, but that time the defense was right on top of it. Hit him when the ball got there, and they were able to jar it loose.
Good anticipation there by George Sanchez. You're right on time. Good job breaking up the pass there on second down, as Moapa Valley did move in to the shotgun. Now third down. Let's see what they do.
So it's third and about 6 yards to go for the Pirates. Let's see what they come up with. I believe the first time we've seen this formation, they send trips to the right, single wide out to the left, hold everything. Another procedure call. Boy, I tell you what, that has really been, if there's a bugaboo tonight for the Pirates, that's it.
You're right, and it's a receiver. I mean, usually it's on the line. You can understand they're close to the quarterback making the call, but he's just got to watch the ball. He's got caught leaning in by the referees who are on top of it tonight in the neutral zone.
So the ball goes back across the original line of scrimmage to the 42, sets up third down and 11 right now for the Pirates. And let's see what they will move to this time. They had trips to the near side, and they go totally away from that. They will send, actually go with a wide out and a double tight end situation. The fly from right to left. They hand off. They go back, a little flea flicker. Stop. Got a pass. Got a man out there. Caught down at the 30-yard line. And a great job out there by Chase Hoy. I'm not sure the ball was tipped or but he hung on for the big gainer.
Yeah, I don't know if it was tipped either, but definitely underthrown. What a great job. Goes up with his hands. Pretty good defense by Tyler Moore, who kind of creeped up, tried to recover, but the hands were too strong on Chase Hoy for a first down on the trick play.
So they ran with the slot man on the near side. He went into the fly. He went across. They gave it to him. He went clear across to the 7, turned, flipped it back to the wide out on the far side, who stopped and passed.
Yeah, I think that was Luke Bennett with a pretty good heave. It may have been tipped, but I got the first down.
And handoff, trying to regroup that time, is Braden St. John. But I think the defense kind of figured that one out. And by the time he got his bearings where he was, he got stopped. Gain of maybe half a yard, second long.
And so far, it's Moapa Valley kind of going against their traditional path of offense. Trick plays, throwing the ball, getting a little bit creative here. And it's worked for them so far as they are approaching the red zone for potentially the second score of the game.
I'll bet you they have thrown it as much already in this game as they did all game last week.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Again, they switch from right to left with Luke Bennett. Bennett lines up in the slot. The pass way overthrown. They turn. They look back to the near side. They were trying to get one-on-one out here with Kobe Longman, and they got it, but then the pass was way over top, incomplete. That brings up 3rd and 9.
Longman, obviously some sort of relation to Daxton Longman, the quarterback, looking at his, brother, cousin, saying, hey, get it a little lower than that.
Yeah.
On second down.
Trying to see, one's a senior, one's a junior. Okay, that's all I know about him now. All right, 6:17 to go in the first half. 8-7 Tigers. They scored first midway through the first quarter, and they haven't scored since then. But I think most of that time, the Pirates have had the ball on offense. Got a good one going on tonight here in Hurricane. And a lot of time taken by the Pirates to get this set. Now they roll to the near side. They want to go to the air. The pass is behind the intended receiver. I tell you what, that's one where Tyler Moore goes, if you throw that again,
give me one
I
more
know
shot.
I can catch it. It was right in his arms and he couldn't hang on.
That's right, behind Derek Reese, right in Moore's chest. Maybe surprised him a little bit, dropped it, but now we got 4th down, and nobody has punted or kicked a field goal in this game yet. I wouldn't expect anything else than going for it for the Pirates.
Yeah, they're too deep. I think they're just saying whatever we get's going to move it closer and make it longer for them to go. Under 6 minutes remaining here in the first half. Other games going on tonight. Las Vegas High is at Snow Canyon. Pineview is home to Manti. And let's see, Canyon View's at home tonight against Timpanogos. I think we have a timeout, and I believe the second called timeout by the team from Nevada. We'll take a 1-minute break. 5:59 to go in the first half on the one-loss scoreboard. 8-7 Hurricane back in 1.
Por las cosas que nos pueden mantener seguros. Y ahora, las que llevamos con nosotros ofrecen alertas inalámbricas de emergencia. Por medio de un sonido y vibración particular, estarás al tanto donde quiera que estés.
We just finished dinner and it was time for homework.
He hates homework.
It makes no sense.
I don't know how he finds anything in his backpack.
I can't find my backpack.
I couldn't even read his handwriting.
Holding the pencil makes my hand hurt.
I know he's bright.
Why is it so hard for me?
He's
I'm
just
trying
gotta
as
try a
hard
little
as
harder.
I can.
When you can see learning and attention issues from their side, you can be on their side. Go to understood.org, a free online resource with support and tools to help your child thrive.
.5:59 to go here in the game. Back to live action we come. Out of the gun, 4th and 9. Looping it up, and it is complete down around the 10-yard line. What a great pass that time from Daxton Longman to see, was that Reese?
Yeah, I think it was, and kind of another timing back shoulder type thing by the sideline. Good job by Reese getting his feet in on sort of a fade, just not on the goal line. catches it, gets one, maybe 1.5 in before he goes out of bounds, and that's been a great connection so far for the Pirates.
Yeah, they threw that to where only he could get it. The defenders, those on TV saw, got turned around. Trying to sweep wide to the near side, down to the 5, inside the 5-yard line. Now goes Braden St. John. That'll bring up second down. You get down to the 3, so second and goal from the 3-yard line. And right now, a team out of Nevada threatening to take their first lead of the game.
Colby Heaton doing a good job from the safety position, got in there, wrapped him up. He and Adam Hayren have got to be cheating up a little bit, especially now on the 3-yard line.
So 8-7 is the score right now. 5 minutes, 15 seconds to go. But knocking on the door. Straightforward handoff, easy blast in for 6. As Braden St. John got it. And I think he went untouched. He just dove in the end zone.
He did. Just kind of power right. Had a lead blocker here. Good angle on the TV broadcast. Good job by the tight end pinning his guy, opening up the hole, and he gets an easy score there for the Pirates.
Yeah, I'm looking there. Derek Reese, by the way, was down there, and he's just big. He just kind of stood in the way.
Yeah, he's a big old kid. Just stand there and take up some space.
So Moapa Valley with their first lead, going to try to add the 14th point. The kick is up, and it is good. And with 5:09 to go, we have the point after. Up and through. We'll take a break once again. 5:09 to go. And on the one-loss scoreboard now, Moapa Valley 14, Hurricane 8. We're back in a minute.
Open road, here comes the Heffley family.
Whether it's a short trip or a long haul.
Estimated time 47.
I'm happy to provide.
They will plead
Deep fried butter on a stick.
But whatever you do, don't wimp out.
Now you're talking.
Make them buckle up.
He can't hurt.
Remember, safety first. Cheese curls second.
Are you orange?
.509 to go in the half as Moapa Valley now with the lead. The ball is kicked into the end zone, so they'll bring it back out after the touchback, and the Tigers will take it on their own 20-yard line. We do have a couple of scores to pass along. And you had, let's see, we have 2, I think.
Yeah, Dixie trailing Tooele surprisingly 21-14 in the first half up there. Pineview beating Manti 35-0 early in the second quarter, Mike. And Snow Canyon's up 14-0 over Las Vegas.
You know, coming out of Las Vegas, there's a lot of good schools, and I say this carefully. Las Vegas High is not one of them.
Yes, I think they lost last week 56-7 or something like that.
Yeah, they always seem to struggle. It's one of those teams, I remember Coach Croshaw used to say, when they get off the bus, they're big, they look bad, but then he goes, so they win that part, but that's it. The pass is up, and it's complete to the 45, and actually breaking away and getting up to midfield is Jaden Gubler, the senior, with a great catch and a few more yak yards.
And kind of a game of 500 there. He just put it up there, and Gubler wrestles it away from the defense. You see here on the replay for our TV viewers. Ball kind of lofted up, hangs up in the air for a while, and then Gubler jumps up and just has the stronger hands to wrestle it away from Moapa Valley for a first down.
He did a good job, too, because he really put himself between the defender and the pass, and that made the difference. Handoff up the middle, good for a couple from the 50 down to the 47. Gain of 3. That'll bring up second down and 7 yards to go. 4.5 minutes now remaining here in the first half of action. It's 14-8. Moapa Valley with the lead after trailing 8-0. They've got 14 unanswered points. So with the football, and quarterback keeper rolls to the right, cuts it up, ducks inside the 45 as Hayren down to about the 43, 42-yard line. That'll set up third and about 2.5, 3 yards to go. But the clock is running, and now we're down under 4 minutes. Remember that Tiger drive took, what was it, 7.5 minutes?
Great job by Eli Pert once again on that right side, getting a block, allowing Hadrian to get around on the bootleg. Kind of unsung heroes, tight ends in a wing T offense.
Tigers need a first down here to keep this drive going. Handoff, roll right, turning it up, getting the first down. They're going to get pushed back, but I believe forward momentum will get them across the 40 to about the 38 or 9-yard line, and that's enough for the first down for the Tigers.
Trayson Abbott gets another first down, his second or third conversion, and a nice luxury for Coach Pearson to have a third guy. Everybody's thinking Jaron Cordova or Tyler Moore, but Abbott has done a great job getting it in spot situations and converting for first downs.
So the Tigers finally get the call. The play comes in from the near side. Adam Hayren, the quarterback, steps into the huddle, shares it with the rest. And there we go, double wing for the Tigers. And hold everything once again. That's probably the most used call tonight by the officials.
Yes, another false start, this time the left and for Hurricane. Just a little bit of a flinch, and they're not going to let you get away with that tonight. 5 yards back for the Tigers.
So it does stop the clock with 3:06, but it costs you 5, so it'll be first and 15 now as the ball goes back to the 44-yard line. Again, Tigers scored on the first offensive series, and now with under 3 to go in the half, they have not seen pay dirt again. They trail 14-8. Thanks for joining us. A handoff. They come to the near side. Big hole. Kicks to the outside 30. Down to the 20. And he is gone. Tyler Moore with a touchdown.
And you see the breakaway speed of Tyler Moore. Once he gets past that first level, the linebackers and safeties have no chance, even though they have the angle. Great blocking. Opens up a little counter play. Look at that lead blocker. Spurs him open with a block on the linebacker. Safeties have no chance. Tyler Moore, what breakaway speed.
Boy, what a nice job by the left side of that line. They opened up a huge hole, and Tyler Moore wasted no time in getting through it. So we're tied at 14 right now, and Tigers are going to go for 2 again. So with 2:33 to go, Tigers rolling right. Hayren wants to put it up, gets it in the end zone. He did hang on, 2 points.
Tyler Moore got hit, caught it, went down to the ground hard. Great play call, wide open for the 2-point conversion.
Well, I tell you, we're seeing some different stuff in this game, aren't we? All right, with 2:33 to go, we take another 1-minute break. 16-14, Tigers on the one-loss scoreboard, back in 1.
Music is a bridge between the material and the spiritual. As a blind person, you have to be aware that nobody can tell you what you can or can't do. You really have to try things. My wife, who was also blind, was a good cook. When she died, that's when I started Meals on Wheels. My name is Harvey Lauer. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
Connor is struggling in school.
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
Why don't you understand me?
I do. This is what it feels like for kids with learning and attention issues. Redirecting to understood.org.
And with 2.5 minutes to go, Tigers retake the lead. They kick off. Ball is picked up as they hand it off inside the 5. And it got him a few yards, not a lot. The ball taken on the left side. Going across the field, he handed it off to St. John, but didn't fool the Tigers. He stopped at about the 17-yard line.
And we're seeing a more dynamic game offensively from both of these teams. And I think both of us thought heading into this one, Mike, Hurricane proved that they're willing to throw it, and they executed 2 pass plays. They got them a big first down and then a 2-point conversion to give them a 2-point lead here in the second quarter.
So the clock shows 2:25 to go in the first quarter, 16-14 in favor of the Tigers. Pirates will try to make the best of the final 2:25. Handed off, starting wide, cutting back inside. Not a bad gain there once again by Braden St. John, the little 5'8" running back.
Bring up second and short. It looks like Moapa will go out of the shotgun with Derek Reese with the mismatch on that left side out wide.
Wow, he got almost 9.5 yards. Yep, they're going to put it up. The ball over the middle. And I believe, almost picked off. Great timing by the defense. And then coming down hard there was Ray Cordova.
These safeties doing a great job. Look at him close on this. Almost gets the pick once, almost gets it twice. Would have been a great effort if he would have came down with that one, but breaks it up nonetheless to force a second and short here for the Pirates.
Clock at 1:50 to go here in the first half. Double wide to the near side for the Pirates. They go with a handoff, a little shift inside. The first down easily picked up as they get it out across the 30 to about the 32-yard line. Once again, Pirates going no huddle here down the stretch. They're trying to use as much of that clock as they can. 16-14, Tigers with a narrow lead. Swing pass, it is complete, good for 8-9 yards. Once again, I'll tell you what, this guy, he is a load, and he does a great job of getting open.
And Cordova giving him a little bit of a cushion one-on-one in the safety position, but just an easy pitch and catch.
Yeah, he got it. He's 6'4", he's big time. They look it over the middle. The pass is out there, incomplete. Braden St. John got his hands on it. He's not as big as his buddy Reese, and when he gets a hold of it, he's got arms and everything right around him. He knocked it away.
Yeah, first time going down the field with a pass to Braden St. John. He is a little shorter than who Longman is used to throwing to, just a little bit high on the delivery, third and short.
So we have third down, about a yard to go. They use the time to go back into the huddle, looking for a fabulous Freddie first down here, at least keep the drive alive. They get the first down, handoff in the backfield. Hayden Red once again. Nifty little run, gets it up near midfield, and they'll set the ball. As soon as the chains are set, they start the clock.
And they're going hurry up. I think they've used 2 of their 3 timeouts.
So back, plenty of time in the backfield. Pitch is out there. Pass is complete. Couldn't get him down, but able to wrestle him out of bounds. And again, that's Hayden Red. This young man's getting a lot of playing time tonight.
Absolutely. And I like what Hurricanes defense did on that side, covering Reese as he went deep. They kind of combo coveraged him, passed him off to Heaton at the safety position, just waiting for him. And the quarterback had to check down for a lesser route.
Second down. Gain was about 6, so 2nd and 4. This time Longman will roll right, and he throws this one up for grabs, and it's well out of play. And again, Hurricane said, yeah, he's big, but 2 of us can probably take care of him. And then the pass was well out of bounds.
And this one kind of floated on him. I don't know if he was open either way as it goes out of bounds. Double coverage near the sideline. Good job by Hurricane anticipating pass. Now with 56 seconds left, will they run it? I think they might have 1 timeout left, so they will be able to stop the clock if they decide to run it for a first down.
Now we'll see what happens here. Third down, about 4.5, maybe 5 yards to go. The ball again is at the Tiger 47-yard line. And they roll. They want to put it up. They throw to the underneath man. They get it to him, first down. And let's see, did he get it out? No, he was trying to get out of bounds. That's Logan Jackson. Now they're going to have to, well, they stopped the clock just to move the chains. And so the Pirates will take advantage. They do get it down to where? 33-yard line. 42 seconds, clock running. And they just snap it and stop it, so they're going to use it down to get the timeout.
Yeah, interesting that they would waste it down. I mean, there is 40 seconds left. They are throwing it, but they want to make sure they get their money's worth down here close to the end zone.
Makes you wonder if they have a timeout.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
They're
Maybe
not
they used all
acting
three.
like
Yeah.
it. So they down the ball, so it does stop the clock. 41 seconds to go. It's 16-14. High snap. Angmont turns, swings it out, nearly picked off, but it is caught. The defense gambled and lost, and a good job out there by big number 89. That's Josh Cox to concentrate with guys flying by.
Yeah, Trell Chameau, number 23 for Hurricane, made the right play with his feet, just didn't get his hands up to knock the ball down. And another first down for Moapa Valley.
And they restart the clock with 28 seconds to again to the air. Ball is dropped at the 5-yard line. Pass may have been just behind Chase Hoy. He couldn't hold on, but again, it stops the clock with 25 seconds to go. I'll tell you what, Moapa Valley has used this clock incredibly well.
Great job once again by Ray Cordova closing. Maybe Chase Hoy heard a little bit of footsteps, but the ball was thrown a little bit behind him. He got a decent lick and put him on by Cordova there at the end of the play.
So the ball again is at the the 17-yard line. Man in motion to the right side, plenty of time. Pass is knocked away by one Tiger from another Tiger.
Yeah, it was Colby Heaton who made the play. He had the pick in his hands. I think he collided with the other safety, Adam Hadrian.
Yep. Here
as the TV audience sees the replay. Ball went up in the air, had it, and then knocked away by his own guy. Unfortunate there for the Tigers. Breaks of the game.
I can just imagine the thought, yeah, I knocked it. You're wearing black too. Tough one there. But they do stop the pass. So it sets up third down and 10 yards to go. And they send trips to the near side for Longman. Longman over the middle, pass is caught, first and goal down at the 1-yard line. That's a great route.
Yeah, and that middle has been open on that little slant. Now they got to hurry up. Clock will start. Maybe they'll just spike it again to stop the clock.
And they do. So they run a couple of seconds, but now they have 12 seconds remaining in this first half of action, and they've set themselves up beautifully. Second down, a yard and a half to go for the touchdown. And right now it is 16-14, but Moapa Valley right on the verge of retaking the lead. See what they do this time. Up under center, quarterback keeper, they got there.
Easy call, easy touchdown that time. They get it down into the red zone and they finish. Great job by the Pirates up front. Getting the blocks. Hurricanes got to be kicking themselves a little bit on defense. Have had, I don't know, Mike, 3 or 4 chances at interceptions in this game and haven't come away with one of them.
Talk about a game of inches, huh?
Yeah.
It's just that close. But that time, Longman, again, Daxton, good size, 6 feet, 6'1". He just kind of took it one step and leaned it in. Here comes the point after, and it is up and good. So they sneak it through, and 21 now to 16 with only 6-7 seconds remaining. We're going to keep it here. Right now, Tigers, they got to be thinking, can we come up with something? Some kind of big play here this late in the game. At the same time, Moapa Valley, what are they going to do? Maybe get it long enough, force them to go from the 20-yard line so they don't get any momentum off the kick.
Yeah, I agree with you. Maybe Hurricane does some kind of reverse trickeration, because if they have it on their own 20, I'd assume they'd probably just nail it going to the locker room with the lead, or with down 5.
So 7.5, 8 seconds to go in the game. It's a 5-point lead for Moapa Valley right now, as they'll kick off from their own 40-yard line. Once again, remember the Tigers started this off with a long 7.5-minute drive, got the touchdown and 2-point conversion, led 8-0. Since that time, they've been outscored 21-8. And here comes the Pirates, ready to kick it off. And they're going to go kind of a pooch kick, keep it away from those deep returners, taking it to the 20, 25, 30, 35 to the 40-yard line. And boy, the clock is stopped with 1.9 seconds.
And Wolfgram on the return, one of these guys who has to make his bones on special teams, but right on the fringe, I think, of getting some carries for the Hurricane Tigers. I anticipate seeing him a little more as the season progresses, but a pretty good return there for number 4.
So we'll see what they come up with here. They're going to go with something, or as Andy suggested, maybe just get out of this one and say we'll have to settle for the score the way it is. Appreciate our sponsors, our clock sponsor tonight, Air Care Professionals. And they just took it and snapped the ball timeout. So that's it. First half is in the books. Interesting first half, but you got to say, outside of that first drive, Moapa Valley kind of took control.
Yeah, I mean, physical. They're able to run it, able to pass it. Hurricane did not take advantage of the opportunities they had to convert turnovers with interceptions, and they have to go into the locker room down. But pretty good battle, Mike, as I think both of us thought going into this one.
All right, here at the half, it is Moapa Valley 21, Hurricane Tigers 16. We'll take a 90-second break, and we'll be back. More coming up here as the halftime comes your way. 21-16 Pirates back in 90.
How can I help my daughter with her reading?
Searching for help with Dachshund Reading.
How can I help my daughter with her reading?
Information on hot water heating.
No. Sarah's bright, but when she's reading, she has trouble sounding out the words.
World music, playing track now.
Our daughter gets confused about which details in a story are important.
Which paper towels are most absorbent?
What?
Here are 5 product reviews.
Why are you not getting me?
See, I told you.
Wait, I was trying to show you how Sarah feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
For the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues, this is what life can feel like. Explore understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues, designed to help your child thrive in school and in life. Understood.org, because understanding is everything.
There is a place where rocks bleed, and nature blushes on a battlefield green with envy, where dimples determine destiny, and a tiny wooden tee holds the outcome in the balance. There is a place where friends are opponents, and opponents are friends, where the prize is elusive, the conquest is captivating, and the score isn't settled till the drinks are down. There is a place.
And welcome back to Tiger Stadium, your game of the week in Region 9. Tigers trail 21-16 to the Moapa Valley Pirates. They scored right before halftime to take the 5-point lead. Been a good battle. Hurricanes been able to run it, throw it a little bit, and really the Pirates have been doing the same. Both offenses have been a little bit more dynamic than we thought they would be, but you know, this game could be up in the 30s, maybe even the 40s after all is said and done. Welcome into the InfoWest halftime show. InfoWest, the internet people. Get high-speed internet, web design, tech support, and more. Check out clean internet and speed burst at infowest.com. Well, so far the story has been the Pirates' ability to throw the ball, not only to Derek Reese, but Braden St. John out of the backfield and Josh Cox at the wide receiver position. They have length on the edges, and they've been able to take advantage of it, throwing the ball down the field in the middle and running the ball effectively as well. Hurricane, on the other hand, has mainly been able to run it. Jaron Cordova has been kept in check for the most part, but Trayson Abbott has really stepped up for the Tigers in the first half, as well as Tyler Moore, who busted off a long touchdown run in the first half. The question is, will they trust Adam Hayron when he needs? I think they might need to, as the Pirates are moving the ball without much difficulty, scoring on all 3 of their drives in this game. Hurricane had one drive where they turned it over, going for it on 4th down. It's the Info West halftime show. Appreciate you joining us. All the action tonight brought to you by Findlay Volkswagen. Check out their all-star lineup there on the Savings side of the freeway, 1333 Sunland Drive, or at stgeorgevw.com. And stay tuned for our Holbrook Asphalt Big Score dessert. If any Region 9 team goes for 25 points or more, you can head on down to Yogurtland and get 5 ounces of free frozen yogurt, courtesy of your friends at Holbrook Asphalt. We'll also be naming the Sport Clips MVP of the night, the Les Olson Region 9 Play of the Night. That'll be on the Region 9 wrap-up show beginning when the action concludes here in Utah. And a look ahead, Ron's Boulevard Shell. With over 37 years of experience, they will take care of your car 7 days a week. Ron's Boulevard Shell, the complete full-service station, 656-1350. Also stay tuned for the DAS Trucking Player of the Game, the Super Sub of the Game, brought to you by Jimmy Johns. Let's take a 3-minute break. When we come back, breaking down some of the other scores in Region 9. Some of them are somewhat surprising thus far. Dixie was trailing Tooele early in that one. I think they've retaken the lead. We'll go through the rest of the scores when we come back from Tiger Stadium on ESPN Radio 97.7.
Son, tell him that I've begun to dream of things to come, and tell the trees not to look for me. I'm going to find some peace of mind. Wake the sun. Wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun.
There is a place where rocks bleed and nature blushes on a battlefield green with envy, where dimples determine destiny and a tiny wooden tee holds the outcome in the balance. There is a place where friends are opponents and opponents are friends, where the prize is elusive, the conquest is captivating, and the score isn't settled till the drinks are down. There is a place. There is a place where young and old make connections, where kids feel like grown-ups, and grown-ups feel like kids. There is a place where beauty arises in contrast, where wonder is universal, and laughter second nature. There is a place where friends find a future, families find each other, and feelings find their home. There is.
And welcome back to the InfoWest halftime show. InfoWest is the internet people. Get high-speed internet, web design, tech support, and more. Check out clean internet and speed burst at InfoWest.com. Also, Wilkinson, the light experts, lights, fans, fixtures, and more, plus unique items like games and more at Wilkinson's across from Fiesta Fun in St. George. Well, we got some Region 9 updates brought to you by Hearst Ace Hardware. Last score I saw for Dixie and Tooele. Dixie had the lead 28-21 with some few minutes left in the second quarter. Pineview up 41-0 over Manti still in the second quarter, and I'm sure they'll be calling the Dogs off soon there at Panther Field. And then Las Vegas making somewhat of a game against Snow Canyon. At one point it was 14-13. I believe the Warriors have taken a 21-13 lead in that one. We'll ask Prediction Paul back in the studio if he has any more scores at any time. Just chip in. I'm trying to follow him as well as I can. Of course, the Desert Hills Mission Hills game is a 1 hour delayed start. They kicked off about 12 minutes ago. We'll be following that one as we proceed in the action tonight. Still looking for a Cedar and Canyon View score in their respective games tonight. Region 9 updates brought to you by Hearst Ace Hardware, a hardware store, and so much more with a variety of products with prices that please on the corner of the Boulevard and Bluff in St. George and on Main Street in Cedar City. Well, the score from Tiger Stadium, Moapa Valley leads 21-16 at the half. They score with just a few seconds left on the clock right before halftime. Hurricane returns the kickoff, decides to take a knee with about 1 second left. It's been a battle. Hurricane's been able to run it. Jaron Cordova has gone up the middle, probably his longest run, 12-13 yards in the first half. Tigers waiting for him to bust loose, but it was Tyler Moore who broke one for them for a long 40-plus yard touchdown in the first half. He's got wheels. And how about Trayson Abbott really stepping it up, getting multiple third down conversions for first downs for Coach Pearson and the Tiger offense. The big issue in this one is defensively, their defensive backs have been in the right positions but unable to convert on turnover opportunities and make the interceptions. 3-4 times they've had the ball with a chance to make a play on it, but unable to take it away. That being said, Ray Cordova is doing an excellent job at safety. They're trying to take advantage of the height they have. Throwing down the seam are the Pirates, but Cordova has been there, putting his helmet on people, breaking up passes. Great job by the safety of the Hurricane Tigers. I think the biggest mismatch so far in this game has been Derek Reese, 6'4", 6'5" Pirate. They split him out. Usually he's going against George Sanchez. They've tried to shift it, put Trell Shamo on him on the other side, but that is a big advantage that the Pirates have taken advantage of. They rolled coverage a little bit in the last drive, putting a corner bracket coverage with a safety on Reese, and that seemed to deter Longman from throwing it deep to Derek Reese. But he has had a couple timing routes, a couple fades that have worked, just a jump ball, and he's got the definite height advantage against this smaller Hurricane Tiger secondary. Well, our keys to the game, just to review, I think Hurricane's done a great job keeping Jesse Robinson out of the backfield. The only plays that have gone for negative yards for Hurricane are penalties, offsides penalties on the offensive end, but they've done a good job putting the hat on Jesse Robinson, who is probably Moapa Valley's best defensive lineman, getting into the backfield. Had 4 tackles for a loss last week in their 1-point victory, but has been fairly quiet tonight. Braden St. John has had a good game, both running the ball and catching it out of the backfield. They need to key on him wherever he goes out of the backfield. He has been solid. And their fullback, Logan Jackson, has been strong as well for the Pirates. So Tigers have their hands full defensively when they bring up 8-9 into the box. The Pirates have proven they trust Longman enough to throw it and execute, and they've done that to kind of put Coach Pearson's defense on their heels a little bit, especially in passing situations. 21-16 is the score. Pirates lead here at Tiger Stadium. You can also stream the game live on YouTube. You can follow Devin Dixon on Twitter, and that link is there. Apologize for our online audience. Our initial stream link went bad. It was on our website. We're going to try to update that as soon as possible so you can enjoy a close one here from Tiger Stadium. 21-16. Moapa has the lead. We take a 2-minute break. Back with more in the second half on ESPN Radio.
Son, tell him that I've begun to dream of things to come, and tell the trees not to look for me. I'm going to find some peace of mind. Wake the sun. Wake the sun, wake the sun.
Welcome back to Tiger Stadium. Hurricane trails 21-16 to the Pirates from Moapa Valley. This game was a two-score 24-13 win for Moapa Valley last year. They've got the best of the Tigers 2 out of the last 3 matchups, but close game so far. Hurricane able to move the ball, both running it and throwing it on that last series. Had a great completion down the sidelines to Jaden Gubler, who leaped up and caught a 50-50 ball, and then later wide open Tyler Moore for the 2-point conversion to give them a 16-14 lead. And then the Pirates just methodically ran it, passed it all the way down. The next drive took up all the time left and took the 21-16 lead going in to halftime. We're a couple minutes away from the second half kickoff. Tonight's game brought to you by Findlay Volkswagen. They're your title sponsor for all Region 9 football this year. Check out Findlay Volkswagen's all-star lineup of new and pre-owned Jettas, Passats, and Beetles. They're over on the savings side of the freeway, 1333 Sunland Drive, or stgeorgevw.com. Also appreciate Gallion, Welker, and Beckstrom bringing you big hits all season long on your Region 9 radio network. If you've taken a big hit in a car accident, call the personal injury attorneys at Gallion, Welker, and Beckstrom, 435-628-1682. We appreciate Air Care Pros. The Air Care professionals offer top quality products, competitive prices, and great honest service with over 20 years of experience serving all of Washington County. AirCarePros.com. They're sponsoring the Clock and Time this year. And Intermountain Sports. We want to thank Intermountain for their support of Region 9 athletics. They support each athletic trainer throughout Region 9. At tonight's game, we have Marcus Homer, who's helping out Hurricane as their trainer. We appreciate Intermountain Sports Medicine and their support of Region 9 athletics. Play-by-play tonight brought to you by Southwest Diesel. For 40 years, Doug and Darren have been there when you need a fix. Southwest Diesel, the originators of high performance for diesel engines. 673-6342. Well, just about ready to kick off. 40 seconds left on the One Law scoreboard. Your dedicated personal injury attorneys. Visit them at onelaw.com or download their new app on your iPhone or mobile device. if you've been in an accident or for all other legal needs, give them a call at 634-1LAW or onelaw.com. Just about set to kick off the second half here from Tiger Stadium. Hurricane Trail 16-21 to Moapa Valley. It's Ethan Roberts set to put a boot into one here for the Tigers.
You know how far it is to the concession stand? Too far. We are back. Kickoff goes into the end zone. Hard to see from now. We're getting a little bit of glare off the window, but it is. Bring it out to the 20-yard line. It will be first down, 10 yards to go. And Moapa Valley, first opportunity here in the second half. They won the tip, and gave it up to the second half. So let's see if that pays off for them.
Yeah, so far, 3 possessions in the first half, 3 touchdowns, have yet to punt. And they just have everything going, throwing it and running it so far in this one.
All right, first and 10 from the 20-yard line. Handoff, they roll right, turn, cut up field, get across the 20 out to about the 22-yard line. Again, in just a couple, second down, 8 yards to go.
Strung out really well there on the edge by Wes Christiansen for Hurricane. Forced him back in, had to cut back, and there was a herd of, I don't think it's a herd. What is it, a pack of tigers? I don't know. They were waiting for him, brought him down, limited gain.
A good question. Is it a lair of tigers? I don't know.
Something like that, yeah.
Whole bunch of them anyway.
I don't think it's a herd.
All right, just underway in the second half. And again, the handoff. They start up in the middle, turning it up across the 25 to about the 26-yard line. Once again on the carry, Braden St. John. Started inside, got a little crease to the outside, was wrapped up after a relatively shorter gain. So now it's 3rd and 4 for the Pirates.
Hurricane with a chance to make their first third down stop of the game against the Pirates.
Now would be the time to do it. I don't think we're in 4-down territory right now. And they pitch it back, sweeping wide, turning it up. Not much there that time. The defense did a good job of stopping the sweep, forced them back inside, turning it up and only getting about a yard. So it's 4th and 3 now, and a probable kicking or punting situation.
Shane Farnsworth over there making the stop for Hurricane, short of the first down, and that's got to feel good for Coach Pearson to finally get this Pirates offense off the field without scoring a touchdown.
Credit again to the defensive end on that side. Turned it back in. Here comes the kick. It's away, taken at the 40-yard line. Return to the 45. Gets a block to the outside, and now we have a push in the back. You can see that even from way up here. The ball was returned downfield. Actually, a great return into Pirate territory, but that'll go for naught. I think it's going to come back, and looks like the foul's going to be marked at the 45, and then they'll go the other way from there.
Great wills by Tyler Moore, and I think the special teams coach was yelling out at his guy. He was already past you. That block was not needed at all, but it's going to hurt him in the long run here.
So the officials are talking it over right now. We're underway in the third quarter, 21-16 in this one. All Region 9 teams in action tonight. Several on the road. We passed along some scores on some of those. Cedar, they're at North Sanpete tonight.
Yes, that's right.
Okay. So they'll bring the ball back, and there's the indication. Illegal block in the back, and it'll go from the 46. And they'll march him off even that much more. Those are tough. You know, young kid, know, he's trying to block. Guy gets by him, and the first thing you think is, I got to stop him. And then you push him in the back, but that's a major 15-yard, Was there 2 penalties?
There must have been an offsetting something because they're ahead of where the penalty was.
Yeah, they marked off the yards against Hurricane and then turned around and went 15 yards the other way. So the ball ended up at the Moapa Valley 49-yard line. I missed that second call.
Me too. I didn't see another flag thrown that wasn't in the area of the block in the back.
Well, there we go. Maybe a little bit of a present there. Let's see if the Tigers can take advantage. Now they have excellent field position. It is 1st and 10. From the 49, they're still waiting to get those chains set across the way. But they're going to leave it there. Here we go. 10:03 to go here in quarter number 3, 21-16 in favor of the Moapa Valley Pirates over the Hurricane Tigers. And the handoff is a quick one up the middle. Good for maybe 2 yards. That's it. And they're trying to unpile the group.
They're really doing a good job keying on those quick hitters, quick at twos or whatever, to Jaron Cordova. He's had a couple decent runs of 10 yards or more, but well below his averages so far in this game. Credit the Pirates. Great job defensively.
Yeah, Pirates have done a good job in keeping him. Right now, Tigers relying more on Tyler Moore and Trayson Abbott. Again, a quarterback keeper in trouble. Turns it on, though, gets upfield, kicks to the outside. He's got one guy to beat, cuts inside. Now eventually they're going to catch up to him, but what a run by the QB, Hayrand, as he gets it all the way down into the red zone.
And we see the athleticism of Hayrand, who rarely calls his own number. This time they force him to. No triple option, just a straight bootleg. Gets a great block from Jaden Olekin. And then he just does the rest with his great footwork, turning it the other way, going left, going right, breaking some tackles all the way down into the red zone.
So the ball will be placed at the 17-yard line. Tigers setting himself up for an opportunity to once again retake the lead. Hayrand brings him up. Double wing, everybody in tight. Hand it off to the last man through. That's Tyler Moore. Moore breaks to the left side, gets just a couple of yards. Does get it across inside, though. The 15 got more than I thought, down to the 13. Pick up a 5, second down and 5 yards to go.
And it has cooled off here at Tiger Stadium. Nonetheless, I still feel horribly for the Tiger mascot in a full get-up. That kid deserves a scholarship. He's watering himself down right now. Very impressive.
Yeah. Got to learn not to wear fur this time of year. Come on. All right, 8 minutes and 14 seconds to go in the quarter. Tigers trying to get going again. Hayrand on the keeper. Up the middle, gets it inside the 5. It's 1st and goal, Tigers.
And he is a runner. I've been very impressed just a couple times this drive, running the football. That time almost got into the end zone. They need that from him. And I wouldn't be surprised if the coach got him in the locker room and said, hey, keep some of these options. You've got space, and he's taking advantage.
Absolutely, and he's doing a great job, as you mentioned. He gets inside. He's got the ability to find that little bit of a crease. That time popped through, and it's 1st and goal from about 2 yards out. The handoff, starting right. Football to the turf, and Moapa Valley has it.
And just switches on a dime. They've got all the momentum going. Call it a little counter play. I don't know if it was the handoff or what, but falls the turf. Moapa Valley gets on it.
It looked like the handoff was not secure.
Yeah.
I think he was trying to go to Moore, wasn't
Yes,
he not?
yeah, I think you're right.
And
just didn't get all the way into his gut and just
Wow.
popped on the turf.
That's a tough one to take. You work it all the way down inside the 5 and then turn it back over. And that's where you got a really deep, or dig down deep defense. You've done it before now. Let's see if you can do it again. Here come the Tigers. Or excuse me, the Pirates. With 7:41 to go in the quarter. From the end zone, they go deep out there. Pass complete to the 35. Breaks away to the 40, 45. Still on his feet to midfield. Down to the 48-yard line. He says, just try to get me down. What a run after the catch by Derek Reese.
That is a big boy, and that just lob, throw, fade, timing route was wide open down by the sideline. He waits for it, catches it, takes 3 or 4 Tigers to bring him down here on the replay. Just has the space. Unexpected throwing on 1st down from their own goal line. Gutsy call by Moapa Valley, but that play has worked time and time again for them tonight.
They're getting the one-on-one.
Yeah, they
frankly, one-on-one with that guy is not fair. He has won, I think, every matchup one-on-one. So it's in Hurricane territory. Inside handoff, good for about 2 yards down to the 46-yard line. On the carry, Logan Jackson. Well, the QB comes out of there. He looks as if he's going to turn and hand off to one of his deep backs. Then it's kind of switched to the left and an inside handoff. That time good for just 2 yards.
Carrying out his fakes very well all night long is Daxton Longman. Jaden Olikin doing a great job on the right side of that Hurricane defense. They really shored up the middle the last couple series to stop Jackson from gaining too many yards.
Tigers again coming in a 1-1 here tonight. Win the opener, lose last week, trying to get back on top of things. Again, a quick handoff goes right up the middle. On the carry is that's Braden St. John. Gains down to the 43-yard line, brings up 3rd and about 5.
And this is a similar situation they were in last series. They won it, forced them to punt. I think Pirates are probably in 4-down territory here across the midfield line, but a chance for Hurricane to maybe get another series where the Pirates don't put up points.
Under 6 minutes to go in the ball game. Is 21-16 on the one-loss scoreboard. Pirates go with an offset eye. Handoff up back, digging hard. He'll be short of the first down. He picks up 3 yards to the 40. Needed to get down around the 38-yard line. So it's 4th and about 2. And I'm with you. You got to think they're going to go for it.
And that was two number 44s colliding. Big hit put on Jackson by Palmer Mesa to keep him short of the first down, but did gain a little progress for a 4th and short.
5:17 to go on the scoreboard clock. 21-16. Swing pass out, complete, spin, falls forward. He's right on the first down line. Hurricane thinks they stopped it. Gonna have to wait for the mark by the official. Wow, that's right on the line of, or the first down marker.
Going to be very close. Went with a little bubble pass instead of just going up the middle to Jackson. Great play by, I believe that was Ray Cordova, to come up and make the tackle to keep it close, because he did have space to work with after he got the ball.
Yep, they're going to have to measure on this one. This is a pretty big measurement here with 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. And they bring the chains out. First measurement of the game. Actually, kind of think that's the first measurement I've seen this year.
Yeah.
And they stretch the chains out. And, wow, half the length of a football, first down. About half the length of the football. And so the Moapa Pirates maintain possession as they get it right at the 38-yard line.
They do get the conversion, but Hurricanes got to feel pretty good. They've made 2 possessions so far in the second half difficult for the Pirates. Just 3 or 4 inches first down for the Pirates.
But I think what they cannot do is give up any more points right now. Hurricane has to work hard for it. Inside a handoff, looking for the big guy, Logan Jackson, working his way forward, crosses down inside the 35 to the 32-yard line. Good gain that time. Gain of about 6, second down, 4 yards to go.
And Tigers rightly just trying to dive at his legs, go low on him, but he kept his legs going really well and kept yards despite having a lot of contact through the hole.
You look at these specialty players. 6 foot tall Logan Jackson, 6'4" Derek Reese, 6 Braden Johnson. Oh, he's the short guy. Swing, pitch it back, starting wide, turning, cutting up, getting the first down. Flags go down, and that's usually in an area where you expect a hold against the offense, but we'll wait for the officials to make the call.
Very physical run there by St. John, but maybe a break could go Hurricanes' way here. We'll wait for the call.
There it is. It's the hold. It's out on that end, and usually when you see something that far away, you know there's only 2 or 3 guys out there, and usually the tight end gets picked on. We're watching the replay. Don't really see it in the replay either, but obviously the officials are a whole lot closer than we are.
Yeah.
So they move the ball back to the 45. That'll set up second down, about 17 yards to go. Clock running, under 4 minutes now remaining here in the third quarter of action. Hurricane Tigers led at 8-0, but have been outscored 21-8 since that point. Swing pass good to the near side. Hesitation drive, and finally knocked out of bounds was Chase Hoy. Hoy, though he needed about 17, got about 10.
And Hurricane on that side with Derek Reese switched last second into a zone, which allowed for an easy bubble and a pretty decent gain for the Pirates. They're worried about Derek Reese going deep again, and that allowed for a really good play on the bubble.
Yeah, George Sanchez came up to help make the tackle on that. So it's 3rd and long. Pump fake right, looking deep. Timing pass, it's in the air, the battle, and no, said the official. They both looked at each other, and then both of them decided there is no penalty. They just wave it off. Good defense.
And it hit Reese's hands, but he was out of balance. Would have been an incredible catch. Longman's doing a good job throwing it to the sidelines where Reese can get it. Decent footwork there by Heaton, guarding him on the sideline. Picked him up, trailed him, and was there. But Reese could not come down with an amazing catch.
So that'll bring up 4th down and about 7 yards to go. And, of course, now down at the 35, Pirates are going to go for it. This time again, they send Derek Reese wide to the right side. They actually have double wide either side. Out of the shotgun. Keeping it, stepping up, firing it over the top. And the ball bounces up in the air. No call by the officials.
Great
good defense.
Great coverage. I'm trying to figure out if that was Hayren. I think that was Hadrian who followed him all the way down, got his head back, almost made a play to where he could have picked it off perhaps. But good job. I'm very impressed with Hurricane. Yeah, it is Hadrian turning around, making a play on the ball and putting himself between the ball and the receiver. Great recovery there by number 2. And a good job by Hurricane's defense getting their second turnover on downs of the second half.
Into the game comes Brock Starley now as the quarterback, maybe just to give Hayren a little breather after some defense there. We'll see. Starley brings him up. Hand off to the first guy through. And up across the 35 to about the 42, looks like. 42-yard line. Pretty good game. I was going to say my trivia question of the night, what is the hardest combination of colors to see at night? How about dark red on black?
Yes,
I'm just saying.
I didn't know that, but yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Struggling to see these numbers.
We're sitting here and we have to wait. Turn toward us, would you? Here they go with again the quick handoff. Breaking tackles, first down, all the way up to midfield and beyond. And in fact, that I believe one of the few carries by Cordova here in the second half.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe his longest one of the night. Tiger faithful here are waiting for him to break off a long one, but that'll do for another first down.
Yeah, down to the Pirate 48-yard line. 2:40 remaining in this third quarter. Play has slowed a little bit, but not a lot here in the second half. It is 21-16. Pirates lead over the Tigers. Handoff, more working to the left. Has to cut it up inside. He'll pick up some yardage. Gets it down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. So the gain is about 6. Second down, 4 yards to go.
Impressed once again by the power running of these halfbacks. It's not just Cordova. I mean, I guess you got to be that tough of a runner if you want to play for Hurricane, and both Moore and Abbott are proving themselves tonight against a pretty good defense.
I like that on the replay. I saw one guy grabbed his arm, and it's like he just ripped the arm out while holding the football with the other one. And up the middle, good yardage, still on his feet, inside the 30, down to the 27-yard line on the carry. And again, they're just kind of pinning the ears back and bowling ahead that time, getting great yardage. And Tigers saying now maybe, hey, we got to get that lead back.
Yeah, wearing down the middle of that defense. Jaron Cordova breaks a few tackles, breaks a couple tackles from the referee, keeps going, and gets another first down.
1:39 remaining in this third quarter of action. Again, 21-16 on the one-loss scoreboard as the Tigers. Now, Tigers got down inside the 5 a little while ago and then turned it over. So you got to figure they consider themselves maybe lucky not to have been hurt by that. Looking for the ball. I believe that's Cordova again, or was that? Yeah, it is. So that time he had a little delay to him, and he just followed his blockers through down into the red zone, all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Another good run, and they're just kind of running in good tempo here time and time again. Moapa seems a little bit tired because every run is going for bunches right now for the Hurricane Tigers.
Now, Moapa Valley would be one of the few teams that aren't going to be bothered as much by the heat.
Yeah,
they
that's
have
right.
even more of it.
That's
down
right.
There. 54 seconds to go. Tigers looking for room. Handoff up the middle, stretching it out for a couple of more yards. Is Cordova. He picks up about almost 5. Second down, 5 yards to go as the clock winds down. Now to 35 seconds to go in the quarter.
Almost broke through. They were hanging on to his ankles. Another strong run, but they held him to 5 or 6 yards.
Tigers not in any hurry now. They want to just make sure that they hang on to that football. 2nd and 5 in the red zone. That time maybe a busted play. That's what it looked like to me.
Yeah.
As Hayron suddenly goes, I don't think I was supposed to end up with this thing.
Yeah, it looked like he had a little bit of a bobble handling the ball, looking to hand it off, and then realized, uh-oh, there's 2 guys back here ready to tackle me. I better turn around.
That's the last play of the third quarter. We'll take a break. Back with quarter number 4. On the one-loss scoreboard, it's the Pirates 21, Hurricanes 16, back in 1.
Por las cosas que nos pueden mantener seguros. Y ahora, las que llevamos con nosotros ofrecen alertas inalámbricas de emergencia. Por medio de un sonido y vibración particular, estarás al tanto donde quiera que estés.
There is a place where the sun doesn't hide in the winter, where the greens stay green and the crimson canyons still glow. There is a place where dimples determine destiny, and a tiny wooden tee holds the outcome in the balance. There is a place where we drive for show, putt for dough, and settle the score with another round. There is a place.
And we welcome you back to Tiger Field, Tiger Stadium here. Final quarter of action coming up. And the Tigers in pretty good position. They trail by 5. 12 minutes on the clock. And here we go for the fourth quarter.
And a Hearst Ace Hardware Region 9 update. Desert Hills is underway, and Mission Hills down 28-0. In the second quarter. That Mission Hills team is something special. They got that Jack Tuttle kid who's going into play football in the Pac-12, and they are up big early in that one.
They're saying welcome to Southern California, huh? Let's see what happens here. Tigers with the ball, and the quarterback goes back. That looked like almost a drop pass. He dropped back, looked, and then he tripped. Went down.
2 kind of misplays in a row for Hurricane and Adam Hayron. The first one was, I think, a run. That one confusing. I don't know if that was a pass play or not, but lost his balance. Pirates are back in the backfield, and he just went down.
Wow, and that is a 4th down. And give you an idea of how important this situation is, Tigers call a timeout. We're going to keep it right here as we just come out of a timeout here. By the way, get out to the grill down there in Sun River and enjoy a delicious timeout special. Just tell them you want the timeout special. I think it's 2 for 1.
Yeah, it's a heck of a deal over at Hank's. Great ribs.
You get great food anyway, but then you get 2 for 1, so make sure you ask for it. Well, it has been an up and down game, very frankly, for both teams, actually. We saw some very good play, some quality play, and we've seen mistakes And right now, Hurricane has made a couple with a fumble at this end. Now 2 broken plays down here.
Yeah, kind of things kind of stood still in the third quarter. Moapa Valley was shut down by Hurricane. Turned the ball over twice. Didn't have a chance to score in the third quarter. And then Hurricane has had their chances in the red zone. And as you say, just hasn't capitalized. Now they're faced with a 4th down.
So let's see what they tried to come up with. It is 4th and about 11. They've got to get it all the way down to the 6-yard line for a 1st down. And so whatever they come up with this time, they need at least that 11 yards to keep the drive alive.
And we'll see, they've been able to pass it relatively consistently in this one, 4th and long. We'll see what their plan is here. Looks like a straight option play. Hadrian takes it, keeps it on the triple option, but nothing doing. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it looks like you're right. It was a quarterback keeper, I think, all the way. He was anticipating getting some blockers out in front of him, and actually what he got was nothing.
And that's a tough task for the quarterback. You line up double tight in a full house, and they're going to stack the box. They tried to do a kind of a bootleg action that worked the series before for Hadrian, but that time they were ready for it.
And somebody coming off with a bit of a gimpy knee there for Hurricane. Not sure who that was. Help to the side. In any event, it's 1st and 10 now, and Moapa Valley will be trying to control the ball right here. They're up 5 into the 4th quarter, and they're going to go right at it. Up in the air, long pass out. Battle complete, taken away, and they're going to go all the way. Oh, what a turnaround. Derek Reese one-on-one. Again, he's big, he's strong. He took the ball away, and there was no one else out there to help the defense.
And that's the 3rd or 4th time that game he's gotten one-on-one coverage. They just throw it up. He jumps up and grabs it over the smaller DB. Great catch. And then wrestles his way out of an arm tackle and goes all the way for a touchdown.
You know, and you said it before, the DBs are not out of position. They're right there. Problem is you got a DB at about 5'9", jumping against a 6'3" or 6'4" tight end. Wow. That changes at 27 now to 16. Here comes the point after. It's up and through, and just like that, all the length of the field in one play. There you have it. We'll take a break once again. 11:22 to go in the ball game. Pirates move it up now, leading at 28-16, back in 1.
Okay, so we drowned the fire.
Yep.
Stirred it. Drowned it again. And now just feel if it's cold.
Yeah.
Cool.
Smokey just gave me a bear hug.
I know. I already posted it.
You made your house a reality. Homeschooling yourself on loans, color-coding listings, and flushing every toilet in a 20-mile radius. If you can ace house hunting, you can do it for retirement. Get on track with tips at aceyourretirement.org.
Now the Tigers got to dig themselves out of a bigger hole. They trail at 28-16 as they get the ball, return it back out over the 35 to about. And it'll be 1st and 10. Tigers now, they are down a couple of scores, trailing by 12 in the 4th quarter.
I guess the silver lining for Hurricane is if Moapa Valley is going to score, you'd rather them score quickly than take away 8 minutes in one of their methodical drives. They have the ball with 11 minutes left, down a couple scores. They've shown that they can move the ball, running it, passing it in the first half, still stymied a little bit here in the second half.
Yeah, I was going to say the only problem is a turnover and then a couple of bad plays has really hurt them. They're getting opportunities, they can't take advantage. Running to the near side, getting to the outside 30, down to the 40, pushed out of bounds. Nice job by Tyler Moore. As he gets there, they're going to mark him at the 30-yard line. Boy, the kid's got wheels, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. And once again, Eli Pert kind of allowing him to get to that second level, taking up a linebacker, pushing him out, and then Moore does the rest. And he was on the sidelines after that last possession, getting his guys rallied up. He's fired up, and he's leading this team tonight.
That looks like the first quarter. That's exactly what the Tigers did. Here they go again, right up the middle this time, busting it through into the red zone, down to the 15-yard line on the carry, Jaron Cordova. And now it looks like a new team steps out there for the Tigers. They're excited.
Absolutely, running with purpose, just throwing guys off them for another first down. Both of these backs are just determined to get into the end zone here in the fourth quarter.
The best thing, of course, for the Tigers is to get this score, make it quick, get right back in this one. Then, of course, they would have to hold Moapa Valley for another opportunity. The handoff as they go off tackle down inside the 15 to the 11-yard line. Pickup of another 4 yards on the carry. That'll be second down, 6 yards to go.
And this is where all of their struggles have happened in the red zone. Fumbles, miscues at the quarterback position, unable to convert with opportunities. We'll see if they can make the adjustment, maybe throw the ball, roll out, catch him off guard. But so far, they haven't been that lucky down here tonight.
Yeah, and most of the big gains have been to the left side of that line. Let's see if they stay there. Nope. They fumble the football, and guess what? Unbelievable. I think that was a pitch.
I think it was. It was a cautious kind of a pitch, and it just bounced off the would-be running back to Moapa Valley.
All the way down into the red zone, only to turn it over again. And Moapa Valley may have just gotten another early Christmas present. 10:05 to go in the ball game. Now, it's not over by any stretch, but with mistakes like this, you got to start to think it's gonna play in the minds of the Tigers.
And the Pirates have shown that they will throw it on first down deep to Reese, but with time to tick, probably just try to run it here to drain some clock.
They pitch it back, block the near side, and there are a bunch of flags that get out there. I would anticipate perhaps a holdout on the near wing. The gain was a couple of yards, and that's it, but I think the penalty's going to wipe that one out. As we wait for the officials to get together, talk it over, and then share the news with us. And it's a personal foul. Wow.
Big one.
See that, but that's a major penalty. See if we can see it on the replay. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see. The flag's already been thrown at that point. I didn't see exactly what the official caught, but nonetheless, it's a 15-yard walk-off. Ball goes all the way back to the 10-yard line. So Moapa, now with 9:55 to go in the game, still has the ball. It's first down, but it's 1st and 21. And again, Tigers, here's your opportunity. See if they can take advantage. Double wide to the left. Quick swing pass. It is complete. Trying to get to the outside. Not much there. That pass was almost right down the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, a risky throw there, but the Hurricane has been pretty good on those little bubble screen passes side to side. One DB slows him down, the other one wraps him up and tackles him. Good job by the Hurricane defense.
So that'll bring up second down. The ball out to the 14. Second down looks like about 15, 16 yards to go. 9:08 to go here in the ball game. Tigers trailing at 28-16. Pass wide open over the middle. And he's gone. They will not have anybody who can catch the big guy. And Derek Reese is turning this into his own personal victory.
Yeah, second and long, and he was just wide open. This time it wasn't one-on-one where it was a size advantage. It was just a miscue in the coverage. He goes right down the middle of the field, wide open, and takes it in, I think, for his 3rd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you could really see it in the replay there. He came out and he made one cut, and it looks like that the up back released him.
Yeah.
Thinking somebody was behind
Yeah.
him, and there was nobody.
Yeah, that one was easy, and he's had some easy ones tonight.
So that ups it to 34-60 with 8:50 to go. Some flags coming down, have a procedure call against the Pirates. And they'll mark it back 5 now and try to do it again. Really too bad. Again, one very early opening drive touchdown by the Tigers, and things looked really good. But then the Pirates came right back. And then it was a pretty good game for that second quarter, but since then, it's been all Pirates.
Yeah, the red zone issues Hurricane has, and then the difference that Derek Reese is been the best player on the field tonight for sure.
Kick is up, and did he get it through? He did. We'll take a break. Once again, another Hank's Grill timeout. On the one-loss scoreboard, 8:50 to go, 35-16, Pirates back in 1.
There is a place where looking out means looking in, where an impression lasting only a few seconds will be imprinted on a life forever, where courage is forged and innocence rediscovered, where remembering is rewarding and forgetting unforgettable. There is a place where truth is felt and where seeing is believing. There is a place.
1 in 6 seniors faces the threat of hunger, and millions more live in isolation.
America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say a quick hello. Volunteer for Meals on Wheels by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
Eight minutes and 50 seconds to go in the ball game, and kicking off the Pirates. This one is a shorter kick right up the middle of the field and trying to kick to the outside, but not even actually getting back to the 20-yard line. I thought he had a little more room to run down there, but that special team action got down there in a hurry. I was going to say, unfortunately for the Tigers, we've been at that situation a lot tonight.
Yeah, now the Tigers have got to kind of be fish out of water here with 8 minutes left, down a few scores. Have got to kind of go to their 7-on-7 pacing and figure out a way to score quick here in the fourth quarter.
I think leading the way was Logan Eves there on the tackle, the junior. So with 8:43 to go in the football game, Tigers now find themselves down 35-16. See what they will try to come up with here. Of course, they stay with a double wing. That's their bread and butter. Rolling back, getting some protection, wanting to put the ball up. The ball is complete out to the 45-yard line. And that was a long way to run there for Trayson Abbott, but he got out there and got himself in good position for the catch.
Yeah, and that was Brock Starley who made a couple fakes, rolled out right, laid it up a little bit underthrown. Good job by Trayson Abbott to come back to it.
Yeah, as we watched that, you could see it setting up. I think you're right. I think that actually he had about 2 steps on the defense and then had to wait for the ball. And the inside handoff, good for just a couple of yards. That'll keep the clock running. Once again, the quarterback, Brock Starley, the sophomore, getting some good experience here tonight. Unfortunately, big part of it because his team is down and down big here in the fourth quarter. See if he can make the best of the situation. Starley pitch it back. Abbott trying to sweep the right side. Does, turns the corner, gets close to the first down. I think they bring him down, however, about a yard or 2 shy. Gets it across midfield.
And it looks like a Hurricane Tiger limping a little bit. May have to take a play off. I don't know if that's. Looks like
That
Cordova's
almost
helping
looks
him
like,
off.
An arm injury, isn't it?
Yeah. Looks like Abbott is holding.
Well, that's Abbott, yeah. Maybe it looks a little better. They were helping him to start with. It looked like they were really holding that wing up there, but maybe a bit of a stinger there. He doesn't feel too good right now. He comes to the bench on the near side. In the meantime, handoff up the middle. Good for a first down and a very late flag coming in. To wait and see what the call is. He got the first down. 2 flags come in, so at least a couple of guys saw whatever the call is going to be. It's a face mask against Moapa Valley.
And
I was going to say, Moapa Valley's made a couple of big mistakes.
Yeah.
But so far, Tigers can't seem to take advantage.
Yeah, that's right. And Moapa Valley, conversely, has taken advantage of most of the mistakes and turnovers that Hurricane has made. But they got a shot here with 7:40 left to put one in and at least keep it interesting for a little bit longer here at Tiger Stadium.
So the Tigers going to work with 7.5 minutes remaining in the ball game. They're down 35-16. Blasting on the near side. Right up there was Tyler Moore again on the carry. There was 2 or 3 guys right there together. He was right up in the rear pocket of some of his offensive linemen.
And it looks like Hayron's coming back in here for 2nd down in the red zone where they have had so many struggles tonight. See if they can make some kind of adjustment to get into the end zone here in the 4th.
They need a little psyche help.
Yeah.
Here. Like we know we can turn it. Let's do it now. Hayron goes back, puts it up, overthrows, and he's picked off. Inside the 5-yard line, laying back there in perfect position, Kobe Longman. And Kobe has the pick, and for at least the 3rd time in the red zone tonight, Tigers turn it over.
Yeah, that's right. And Longman just was with it perfectly, followed the rollout, didn't fall for the fakes, and the ball was a little bit overthrown by Hayron right into the arms of Longman for another red zone turnover.
Yeah, I think it was pretty predictable. You almost had the feeling they knew that they being the Tigers, a little bit desperate. They're trying to get something done. They come out, went right to the long ball, so they played it, and it was overthrown. So with 6:48 to go in the game, it is 35-16. Tigers close to losing their 2nd in a row after winning the season opener. This is the final warm-up. They jump right into Region 9 play next week. Handoff at the goal line, pushed back. In fact, gets pushed right out of the end zone, but they're going to give him forward momentum. Gain of about a yard. That'll bring up 2nd and 9 at the 4.
And it looks like Derek Reese going off the field for Moapa Valley. They've gone to him deep in their own territory in one-on-one coverage, but up 19 at this point in the game. Probably not going to go down the field.
Yeah, I think he deserves a breather.
Yeah.
He's done a lot of action here tonight. Clock running, a little over 6 minutes to go in the ball game. Don't forget, the end will do a short post-game show from here, and then we have Region 9 wrap-up show coming up. Handoff up the middle, and eventually ending up at about the 8-yard line on the carry. It's like 4 or 5 guys met, and then 2 came out the other end, one with the ball and one with the guy who was carrying the ball. 3rd down, 5 yards to go. And right now, Moapa Valley would love to get another Fabulous Freddy first down here and really kind of start to salt this one away. See what they choose to do. And what they choose to do is make another mistake. Wow. Way too many penalties in this game. I think it looks as if Moapa Valley is going to come out the winner, but they've given up a lot of yards on that particular call tonight.
Yeah, they have. I don't know if that's their 5th or 6th, but yeah, illegal procedure, offsides is hurting them. And in a game like this, where we look at these 2 rosters, pretty good battle to a certain point, but then when a guy like Derek Reese can just take over and single-handedly score 3 easy touchdowns and kind of put the game out of reach. That has been the difference. But other than that, I thought these two teams battled pretty well tonight.
I agree, but we talk a lot about X factors. There he is right there. Derek Reese is the X factor tonight. Handoff, looking for room up the middle, out to about the 14. That'll be enough for a first down. That's a huge carry there by Hayden Red, and he just blasted his way to the first down.
Yeah, and you think, okay, third down, this late in the game, they're up. Maybe they'll bail us out and not throw it to Derek Reese here for the conversion.
Yeah.
And then they do. They hand it off, and they do a good job getting all the way to the first down.
So a couple of ticks under 5 minutes remaining in the game as again Moapa Valley up 35-16, trying to salt this one away. This one, I think you can go back at the end of the game, jumping and diving. There's going to be, I believe, a hold coming. That's the flag went deep into the backfield, back at where the runner made a cut and headed forward. That's usually, you would assume, some kind of an offensive hold. Wait for the official, and there it is. So the hold will negate that play. That's a decent game, but it won't count. 4:39 remaining in the ball game. Disappointing night tonight for the Tigers, no doubt.
Yeah, it was a close game for a while, and then just almost on a dime, the Sails taken completely out of the home crowd as big plays down in the red zone, chance after chance to make something happen and turn the ball over. And then Moapa Valley, just like that, a couple big throws and instantly took an insurmountable lead almost to 35-16.
Yeah, 4.5 minutes remaining in the game. It is first and about 20 yards to go after the holding call against the Pirates. They bring him out double wide to the near side for Longman. Longman back, and they go with a delay, and the Tigers were ready for it. Actually, that's Luke Bennett, the new quarterback. Number 5 in there.
Good play there by Steve Campbell on the defensive line, who have done a pretty good job against the run tonight. St. John has got his numbers pretty well, but against the fullback and the other upbacks, this defensive front for Hurricane has done a great job.
They have. Again, we go back to it, but the Achilles heel tonight's been number 23.
Yeah, absolutely.
And those deep passes. 3:40 to go in the game as they switch Dallas Larson from right to left, and things are moving slow enough now that Moapa Valley said we've got to talk this one over. We're going to keep it right here. Remind you again that following on radio tonight is the wrap-up show. Have the guys back in the studio. You going to be joining him tonight, Andy?
Yeah,
all right.
me, Paul, and Rustin with the wrap-up show.
There you go. We have scores from all the games. What, do we have any late updates on the other games? I haven't seen much, but then I've been running around during the halftime. And
yeah, Dixie has extended their lead. I think the last score I saw was 48-21 over Tooele. For a minute there, Tooele had the lead, but the Flyers have come all the way back.
Good job. Flyers looking to go 3-0. Snow Canyon, I think, was well on their way to a 3-0 as they were playing Las Vegas High School at Snow Canyon finally. They're usually the tough luck kids going everywhere. They had 3 home games to start the season.
Yeah, and they're taking advantage. I think they got a shot to go 3-0 for the first time in a long time in Coach Esplin's second year. So exciting times there for Warrior fans.
So with 3:37 to go, the handoff up the middle won't get the first down, but got a pretty good break out to the 15-yard line. And that'll bring up third down, I believe, third and about 9 yards to go. And they're just working against the clock right now. They want to use as much. If they get the first down, that's okay. If they don't, they feel like, well, we can at least kick it far enough that's going to make them go a long way to try to get something done. Wide to the near side comes Luke Barlow, the only wide receiver. Everyone else is in tight. Fake the handoff. Barlow is out there, but the pass goes over the middle and in and out of the arms of Josh Cox.
And he's had a bit of a tough time tonight on those rifle passes, this time from the backup quarterback, but it looks like Hurricane will send the punt return unit out for a chance to get the ball one more time in this game.
Yeah, that was a definite catchable ball. He turned back a little bit, but it went right through both arms. So under 3 to go in the game. Tigers now will hopefully get the ball and at least make that score a little more respectable. Here comes the kick. Taken at the 45-yard line to the outside to the 50, 45, 40, down the near sideline. Good speed all the way down to the 35-yard line. And that was Tyler Moore again.
He's been very impressive in all phases tonight for the Hurricane Tigers. Not only the speed, but watch him lower his shoulder here at the sideline and take on 2 tacklers. He's got the grit and the determination. Very impressed by number 1 tonight.
He absolutely ran right by 3 defenders. They couldn't get by the last one, but kid's got speed. Tigers in a position again just outside the red zone. And the handoff is inside. Not much there. Tigers will pick up a couple down to the 19-yard line. Red Rock Real Estate, red zone. 2:20 to go in the ball game.
Game kind of shows the importance of having a second pitch in your arsenal. Both teams did a good job stopping what both these teams want to do, which is go up the middle. And Hurricanes did a decent job going outside, doing some things differently, but Moapa Valley really capitalized on other stuff in their offense.
Yeah, rolling right, wanting to put it in the air. Man's wide open in the end zone. Touchdown. I believe that's Tyler Moore again.
Yeah, once again leaking out wide open, and the pass was delivered beautifully by, I think that was Starley that time,
yeah,
the backup for a second pass in that corner of the end zone, caught by Tyler Moore tonight.
Yeah, good job by Moore. He's just got such great speed.
Yeah.
He literally blew right by the defender. So again, the Tigers make it a little more respectable. I don't think they got enough. They're going to run out of time to come back, although you would almost anticipate the onside kick coming up. 35-22 is the score. They're going to go for 2. They could pull it back to within 11, but it's still a 2-score game. They want to put it up. Pass is out there, and it's caught. Nicely done in the end zone there. There was 2 wide receivers out there. I thought it went through the arms of the other one, then I realized the other one had caught it. Let's watch the replay. Again, kind of a jump pass.
Yeah, I think that was Goobler. These dark
go.
uniforms, it's hard to see, especially in the corner of the end zone, but Goobler comes down with his second big catch of the night for the Tigers.
So there you have it. As the Tigers will bring it back out, they will kick it off from their own 40-yard line. Again, we anticipate an onside kick or a pooch kick, trying to get the ball back. 2:03 to go in the football game. And 35-24 now. So the Tigers scored in the first and the second, now here in the fourth. But unfortunately, Moapa scored everywhere in between there. There's the kick, and it is going to be covered by Moapa Valley. Did go the necessary yardage. Moapa Valley will have it at their own, let's see where they mark it, 46-yard line.
Decent kick, got to the second level, did not secure it cleanly, but they were able to get on it before the Tigers had a shot.
It was close, but close doesn't count. So 2:02 to go in the ball game.
Looks
now
like
ball control. Go ahead.
Excuse me, sorry, Mike. 34-13 with 6:26 remaining. Snow Canyon leading Las Vegas.
There you go. Warriors off to a great start this year. We'll see how that comes out, crossing over into Region 9 play now. Pirates have the ball. They come to just a blast on the right side. Simple run straight ahead. Wrap the football up, and an immediate timeout taken by the Tigers. The ball was handed off to Logan Jackson. And the Tigers will come over and talk it over. Cedar North, Sand Peak, Canyon View, Timpanogos tonight. We mentioned Desert Hills, finding how good Mission Hills, California is. Dixie leading Tooele. Hurricane trailing Moapa Valley. Pineview took care of Manti, and Snow Canyon well over Las Vegas. So.
Yeah, Pineview up 56-14. Some of their second unit guys getting a lot of time tonight against the Templars.
Templars, a undersized team this year. They've had good teams in the past, but not the last couple of years. They used to live up in that area. But they really had for a while was a great basketball team. And way back, they had a kid by the name of Bill Floyd. He was about 6'8", and he was a center, but he didn't like that. They played him at the guard line because that's where he wanted, and the guy could flat shoot the ball. He was a player. And defense coming through. Didn't fool anyone. The ball was handed off to Hayden Red, but immediately wrapped up for a loss and a timeout taken. And I wonder if that's the last timeout for Pineview.
Yeah, Steve Campbell busts through.
Wow. Yep. Nowhere to go on that one. Big guy wrapping him up rather quickly. Big senior defensive lineman.
Looks like Lone Peak is beating Lehigh 26-7. A couple teams that played Region 9 schools last week.
Got to figure they're a little ticked off after last week.
It seems like it. Going against Cameron Cooper, one of the best passers in the state, holding him to 7 points through 3 quarters.
Yeah, go figure on that one. I just got to figure that Lone Peak was just shocked by the Dixie Flyers. But take nothing away from the Flyers. They won that. They weren't handed the game. They went out and took it.
No, could not believe the composure of Jake Barbin. Just 6 touchdowns, throwing it to everybody on the field. Unbelievable.
Yep, it's like, okay, you guys go out and I'll throw it to whoever's open. Handed off in the backfield. Good for about 3 or 4 yards on the carry. Hayden Red. That'll bring up 3rd down now and about 7 yards to go. And the clock runs now down to 1.5 minutes left in this one. Almost would figure that now they're going to kick it. So they're going to get, going to say, well, if you're going to do anything, we're going to make you do it from a lot of yards. Not going to give you the short porch here this late in the game. It's 35-24. With 1:14 to go in the ball game. The snap is back and is partially blocked. Great penetration by the Hurricane defense. I'll see who got in there in a hurry. Was that?
Yeah, I think Hayden was back there. There were a couple of them back there, but he was one of them.
Yep. Let's see. Watch the replay.
Yeah.
That's Hayden.
Yeah.
Wow. Got a partial block. The ball did get ahead, but only about 10, 15 yards. So the Tigers have it on their own 41-yard line with only 1.4 minutes to go in the game. And again, they're just thinking we need one more. And they're not going to get it that way. Handoff, but Hunter Collard does figure that one out. Number 7 the other way. Better try that. Leo Rios figured it out. He was in for the tackle.
Yeah, Rios all over the field on offense, defense, mainly a blocker on offense, but one of their better defensive players getting into the backfield as the Tiger is down on the field.
Again, big guy, 6 foot, 205. Can't tell who is down. He says, I want to get up, but that hurts. Ooh, that is Jaden Gubler for the Tigers, number 21. He's in a little bit of pain out there. They're going to take some time and work with him. So 53 seconds to go. Let's take a 30-second timeout right here. 30-second timeout. We'll be back 35-24 back in a minute. Or back in 30.
There is a place where rocks bleed and nature blushes on a battlefield green with envy, where dimples determine destiny and a tiny wooden tee holds the outcome in the balance. There is a place where friends are opponents and opponents are friends, where the prize is elusive, the conquest is captivating, and the score isn't settled till the drinks are down. There is a place.
Hey, welcome back once again. Tiger Stadium, they are still working on the injured player from the Hurricane Tigers. Again, we want to remind you that coming up at the end of this, we're going to do a quick recap from here, and then we'll turn it over to the guys, Andy and the group there, and they'll bring you today on all the scores, all the games, take a look at what happened. We kind of know who won tonight, but they'll have all the details and just give us some good information. So stay tuned for that coming up.
Yeah, looking forward to Region 9 Live with Paul and Rustin, who are back covering the Pineview game, and Paul doing a good job board hopping for us tonight from the studio.
We really rely on these guys. There's no doubt about it. I tell them all the time, you know what? You guys are the key, because we can do one of the best jobs we've ever done, and if you don't push the right buttons, no one hears us anyway. So there we go. They're still working. Looks like they're working on a leg or a knee or something. Hopefully that is not a severe injury there to Jaden Gubler, the senior tight end,
who's had maybe his best game of the young season, made 2-3 catches, but in timely situations, a big first down in early in the second half, and then that score in that pass possession.
Sitting up, but they're being very, very careful out there right now. I've got the doctors out there. We, by the way, appreciate the folks who give their time and effort in helping out these teams. So he's standing. Nice applause from both sides, but he's not putting any weight on that ankle or knee, whatever it might be. Hate to see anything happen there of a serious nature. So once again, we've only got 54 seconds remaining here in the game as we get ready to wrap it up here tonight. And again, we'll be on the air next week. Another couple of games next Friday night. Invite you to stay tuned for that. By the way, Double D Devin Dixon in Oregon. He'll be helping with the broadcast tomorrow from with the Ducks, Oregon Ducks and SUU. They're the last of the universities to kick off their season. There's a quick opener right up the middle. Tigers must be out of timeouts because they're just trying to get something going. And they spiked the ball, so that'll stop the clock with 31 seconds. Well, big game tomorrow if you're a BYU fan. It might be a big game. It might be an embarrassing game. And I'm a BYU fan. I'm just saying here.
You're hedging emotionally, preparing for the worst, hoping for the best.
That's exactly right. You know, you want it. You think it could happen. And I think if all the Angels lined up on one side, it might happen. I just don't know that's going to be there. They did move the game out of Houston, of course, to the Super Bowl. What's that called? The Mercedes-Benz Super Bowl now?
I think you're right. Down in New Orleans.
Yep. One more play at least. Play action. Gonna drop a pass battle. And nobody could come up with an incompleted pass with 24 seconds. Something come flying in the middle there. Was that a flag?
Yeah, it looks like there is a flag down from the back judge.
Now, I know they have a job to do. It was 4th down, and I think he pointed the wrong way. Illegal receiver downfield. was the call, but it was refused by the defense, and they take over. So that's what it was. So one more play, and that'll do it here tonight. And so the Tigers have dropped, unfortunately, their second straight game to go to 1-2 on the preseason as all the teams get ready for Region 9 games coming up next week. And Cherry Creek Media will be right in the middle of it. They snap the ball. That's it. And the clock will run. Nobody can stop it. So that's it. Tigers will drop it 35 to 24. Let's take a quick 1-minute break. We'll come back and bring you the post-game show. They're waiting for the clock to run out down there. Now it's officially over. And we'll bring you the honors. Take a look at some of our players of the game tonight and honor a couple of the young men. That's all on the way. The final on the one-loss scoreboard was the Pirates of Moapa Valley 35 and the Hurricane Tigers 24. Back in a minute.
How can I help my daughter with her reading?
Searching for help with Dachshund Reading.
How can I help my daughter with her reading?
Information on hot water heating.
No. Sarah's bright, but when she's reading, she has trouble sounding out the words.
World music, playing track now.
No.
Let me try. Our daughter gets confused about which details in a story are important.
Which paper towels are most absorbent?
What?
Here are 5 product reviews.
Why are you not getting me?
See, I told you.
Wait, I was trying to show you how Sarah feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
For the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues, this is what life can feel like. Explore understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues, designed to help your child thrive in school and in life. Understood.org, because understanding is everything.
Hi, and we welcome you back once again. This is the Johnson Pediatric Dentistry Post-Game Show. We appreciate them and all of our great sponsors. They really know how to make that dentist appointment as good as it possibly can be and make the kids feel as comfortable as possible. Appreciate Johnson Pediatric Dentistry. Again, this is a game that we weren't quite sure what we were going to get going into. We thought it'd be a good close game. But I think after the first couple of minutes, I was thinking, I'm feeling really good right now about the Tigers.
Yeah, I agree. They were really only outgunned by one guy. Everything else was pretty even. Both teams ran the ball okay up front. It was pretty even on both sides. It was just Derek Reese, who was just a next level guy who took them for all they were worth. One-on-one coverage all night long. He took full advantage, had 3 scores for the Pirates.
Yeah, he's a big guy. He's a strong guy. He's got great hands, and it's just like he had that innate ability to kind of time that jump, go up, get it, rip it away. I'll bet if he wanted, he could be a good forward on the basketball team.
I agree. Holy moly.
Anyway, they get the final 35 to 24. We need to hand out some honors here. I'm not sure if we have actually our plays of the game tonight. We've had a little trouble with our monitor here, so I don't know that we've got those lined up. So we're going to move ahead right now and go to our honors. We do have the Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker Play of the game, and our Player of the Game, That's Trucking Player of the Game, and then, of course, our Jimmy John Super Sub of the game. And I don't know if you have any thoughts, Andy, on any of those honors. I always like to try to pick an easy one first, then we work to the harder ones. But
yeah, I mean, I think for the player of the game, Dad's Trucking, for a Hurricane kid, for me, I would probably go with Tyler Moore, who did it running the ball, had a couple really long runs, got into the end zone on special teams, was all over the place, played a little defense for him as well. He really showed up, and that's who they need to kind of pair with Jaron Cordova for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I don't know what it was tonight, but you just got the feeling Moapa Valley really had the number of Cordova.
Yeah.
They were all over him, and so I think that made at least our choice a little bit easier. Tyler Moore, I agree. I think he definitely was the stats trucking player of the game. So congratulations to Tyler Moore. Now as we look at the Playmaker Play of the game, brought to you by Appliance Playmaker, or Appliance, I'll try it again, AWP, Appliance Wholesalers Plus. A couple, I think, of plays. A couple of big plays in that first drive. That looked pretty good. I thought that, again, Tyler Moore is a guy, though, that was in the mix right there.
I know, it's hard not to give it to Tyler Moore. Got in the end zone a couple times, a conversion. I would probably go with his long run over here on the left side. Had to have been 40-plus yards for the score. I think the second touchdown of that first half to give them the lead. That would probably be mine for Hurricane.
Again, I think that's a good call by the Tyler. Really did have an incredible night tonight. And then we want to look at our Jimmy John Super Sub of the game. And there were a couple of guys that came in the game, but I thought Brock Starley did a pretty good job in a backup position.
Absolutely, to come in that position, know that the defense knows you want to throw it when you're in the game, and he threw it pretty well. I don't know how many completions he had, but he had that pivotal conversion and had a long throw in the second quarter when he came in. I'd agree with you. A tough position to be in, to come in cold off the bench and be a quarterback, and he came through tonight for Hurricane when the chances presented themselves.
All right, tough loss tonight again for the Hurricane Tigers. Started out, things looked very promising in the first part of the ball game, but just couldn't make it stand up tonight. As again, the Tigers go down 35 to 24 and drop now to 1-2 on the season. As Moapa Valley, they had one game prior to this, coming in.
They had one game last week and they won by 1 point, so I guess they moved to 2-0.
So they are 2-0 on the year. Want to invite you to be back with us next week. Again, we jump into the Region 9 races. Be listening to Andy and Devin throughout the week. They'll bring you up to date. But don't go away, because we have a heck of a deal coming up, and it's called The Wrap-Up Show.
That's right. Appreciate the plug, Mike.
You bet. Got that coming. Once again, our final here from Hurricane. Moapa Valley 35. The Tigers 24 on behalf of AT. I'm Mike McGarry saying good night from Hurricane, but don't go away. Wrap-Up Show coming up next.